Hello, welcome to today's video. Today we're continuing the whip from last time and finishing off in a speed paint. I try to draw her every year, leaning towards the first half of the year, because there's still 2 more I do in the year and I haven't done yet, so I'm like, hopefully I end up doing that soon, but we'll see. So this character, basically I've been drawing her since 2018. I tend to go by the same, structure of the redraw. Because I really love just proving to myself how far I've come in the last year since I've done the previous rendition, I guess. And in 2018, she was a colored pencil drawing, and I was so proud of it at the time because I did my first background, which was just smudged pencil shavings that made clouds, and I was so proud of it. In 2019, I decided to redraw it because I got an iPad December that year, the 2018, and so in 2019 I redrew it digitally, which was interesting. It really was just me drawing the exact same thing. I don't think I attempted to change much, like improve the anatomy, draw better hands, basically. And I ended up making her hair curly and giving her a longer skirt. I think that's the main changes. Also, obviously, all the colours were different because digital art, there's more options and it's easier to play with. In 2020, I wanted to play with the pose because the last 2 years it's been the exact same pose, and I'm like, no, let's make this different, more challenging. So I had her leaning back and kicking her legs up, which was fun. She's very, I want to say wonky, but I wasn't taking the time with it when I drew it. It was kind of just a quick thing. One thing I did love about that one is I made the top of her shirt more, it sticks out of the corset more? How do you, it has a little, I'm gonna call it a flip, because I don't know. And it was a lot more fun. I made the laces and stuff brighter colors, but I ended up drawing that one on a CMYK canvas on Procreate because they'd come out not long before then, and every time I exported the file, all the colors were just distorted. They were wrong. It was so annoying. And I think the only file it worked on was a TIFF file. And then recently, making this video, I exported it as a PNG and it came out correctly. So I guess it's fixed, but I'm still, I never draw anything on CMYK canvases now. I'm always, draw it on an RGB canvas and then, import the picture from a different canvas into the CMYK for printing. But even then, it's better to just, for me at least, with what I do, I just print the RGB because, I don't know, it comes out better. But I also started doing highlights in that redraw in 2020. I added very few highlights to her top, I think, and maybe I added gold parts in her hair, which I intended to do this year and I'm just now realizing I forgot. Oh well. But it was a lot of fun. And that drawing gave her a bit more high energy, gave her a bit more personality. In 2021, I wanted to kind of do the same thing. I had her standing on the bottom part of the broom and balancing like that and kind of swinging outwards. It was supposed to be, again, more energetic. But I also didn't spend too much time working on it. It was the best of my ability in 4 hours. I was also very comfortable drawing in that way digitally, with the cleaner line art and the flats and highlights and things. It was very streamlined process, so it was a pretty easy thing to do. And I didn't really push myself. One thing I did do was obviously the pose change, which was a bit more difficult, but even then I didn't put in a lot of work to make it completely correct anatomically, which, you don't always need to do, but that's kind of what I was going for, so I don't know. I also took less time with her hair, so it ends up, it's still curly, but it's not the way I'd normally draw curly hair. It was just, I don't know, chunky, and not in a fun way that some anime will do chunky curly hair. By that I mean like the blocks, you know, when you do like rectangles. I'm not sure if that's making any sense. But this year I was like, I'm gonna go for a completely different vibe because I've got this new way I've been drawing and I want to see how it goes. And then this idea of just like very chill, peaceful vibes. And I was like, I want that. So I went for it and I focused a lot more on the lighting and like, again, just the vibe. And it turned out kind of the way I really wanted it to, which is really exciting. I gave her a lantern because obviously I wanted to source the lighting and I always love drawing lanterns. Okay, that's not true. I love seeing lanterns in drawings. I've always wanted to draw one, but I had so much trouble with it, I didn't know what I was doing. And I hope that's not too obvious. And then last minute I remembered that I had purple shading in the original like thumbnail, and I'm like, definitely want to do that. So I started trying to work on that. But because it's so last minute, it wasn't incorporated very easily. It worked out. I'm quite happy with how it came out. One thing about this take on it that I find really funny is the first thing anyone points out when they see it is how buff she is, which is kind of exactly what I wanted. Yeah, it's my agenda. Make all my characters super buff. But you can see here how she's changed over the years. I hope you can see what I mean by she went from very energetic to kind of chill. And I don't know, it's really nice to see how it's happened every year. This is also the first year she's had her eyes closed because I really love drawing her eyes. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a lovely day, an excellent week, and a great month. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!